Welcome back to Camp Lux All-Stars. As you can see, or rather hear, this episode will be commentated vocally, just to fit with the TWAW theme. Last time, we had our first alumni elimination, where Tumbler, our quadruple gold medalist, left in 6th place. Nothing else to go over, so it's time to view confessionals, which we have 5 of. If you don't want to see them, skip to the timestamp in the description. First off, Fuxia Coin, also known as Carlo Objects 2006, said, "Welcome to 10 Words of Wisdom. I'm your host, Carrie Kitchen Hatchet." Ampharos Digital Potion said, "You don't say," and attached this image. Starry the Glaceon said, "Well, 7/8 might as well be 1, so yeah, you are fine. Now this challenge will be interesting with no more tokens and all." Polar Pen Case, viewer 2012, said, "I'm Feature Summer. Can you guess?" And finally, Watermelon mariosin said, "Real big shame to see Tumbler go." Here are the current competitors. Time for the TWAW challenge results. As a reminder, on the next slide is the prompt. Our 5 remaining contestants all submitted their responses to this prompt. The world's fate rests in your hands. Artificial intelligence has become too powerful and is wiping out the human race. How will you eradicate AI before it's too late? In all, we got a total of 18 votes from 18 voters. Thank you for all the votes, everyone. More specifically, thank you to mariosin, 08BTR, Digital Potion, C.Ezra.M, viewer 2012, Zero, Fresher 29, Carlo Objects 2006, Starswitch 127, Jaden 19248, Fluffy Free, Izuki 29, blastfromthewater, randafv, Danubeball Productions, Draco Arden 94, Supa 12, and Alan Cinequa YT.
Hey Mom, now
And here we are. The results. It's slightly inspired by Lux's 11 Words of Wisdom. So, without further ado, let's see how everyone did. First up is Superstar, Crafty453. He said, "Take a phrase out of Portal. This sentence is false." An interesting take, I get it, but this does feel more like a prompt dodge than anything. Let's see how the voters did. Yikes, 40.28%. Not a good start, all things considered. Because this is only the individual immunity stage, your chances of becoming immune are looking very grim, Crafty. Next is Fluffy Free. He said, "Destroy RAM. Without memory, AI freezes in thought, becoming paralyzed." We have our first of 3 puns here. And in my opinion, this is probably the least impactful of 3. I honestly had no idea where this would place once I saw it submitted, but we'll just have to see. Okay, 51.39%. Pretty decent, but it may not be enough to secure the win. Next up is Digital Potion. He said, "Offer battery. Helps assist." Just kidding, that's just my fist. This is a beautiful double-sided response to this. It's both a pun and rhymes. In my opinion, it is my personal favorite response of the round. Digital Potion may have not known about this, though. If you did, kudos to you. With that said, let's see how the voters fared with this response. (62.50%). A nice high score. I'd say your odds of getting individual immunity are pretty good. Well, we'll have to see how the other two do. Next up is mariosin. He said, "I'll get Jake from State Farm. He's like a good neighbor." Ah yes, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. On another note though, I don't really get the meaning behind this response. How could Jake from State Farm alone be the only one you managed to hire for your AI eradicating challenge? Just a thought, but who knows, maybe it's good enough. Oh, no it's not. 36.11%, lowest score yet. And unfortunately, you won't be getting immunity anytime soon, mariosin. So it all comes down to this. Digital Potion versus randafv. If you saw the Camp Lux All-Stars debut, you would know that randafv is the round winner of eWoW 3B. A contest with over 14,000 contestants. So, the odds are in his favor here. But it's such a tough crowd, so anything could happen. Anyways, his response was, "Eliminate the ultimate villain of creator of AI, Circuit Board." This is another well-worded pun. Nothing much else to say, but puns seem to be doing good so far, with the top two both being puns. But is it enough to guarantee you safety into the final four? The result is... (59.72%). You came so close, Randa, but unfortunately, Digital Potions got you beat by just a little less than 3%. And in a surprising upset, Ampharos has made it into the final four. Before we get to the voting screen, here are a few statistics. Firstly, Starry had the most controversial response, with an insane 39.5% standard deviation, while Superstar had the most agreeable response, with 27.81%. And finally, I want you to take a look at the votes and scores over time. As you can see, it was pretty hectic early on, but things started to even out after Zero's vote. And would you look at that? Randa was leading for most of the vote, only being tied once by Digital Potion when Star Switch 127 voted, all the way until the last vote. That just goes to show you how close this voting was. But with that said, it's time to vote. Time to vote someone off Camp Lux All-Stars. Grab your allies and get to voting. Voting ends 24 hours after this video is uploaded. That's all from me. Until next time, ciao.